this is Janine Pettit, brand ambassador at Camco and founder of Girl Camper. I'm continuing my setup at the campground, and this is my last task, sanitation. And I'm wearing my sanitation gloves. I always wear these when I work around the sanitation station. They're disposable. They're a great little package that Camco makes. One of the things I love about this, they're very lightweight. I'm not looking for them all the time because there are some peel-and sticks that go right here. I store these inside my RV cupboard there, so I always know I can pull these out. I put them on when I'm getting ready to set up my sanitation station. Today at the campground, I am lucky because my tank is right here, but let me show you how I store my Rhino Extreme hose. In my bumper here, I have my hose. Camco makes a magnetic sealer that goes on the bumper pull, and I know this thing is not going to come off. I have been behind a few RVs that are dragging their hose behind them, and they're not going to know until they get to the campground that hose is in a drainage ditch somewhere. So this is fantastic. It meets up with my Rhino Extreme, and I know it's being held on there. I have had a Rhino Extreme hose almost since the very beginning of my RVing days. I was at an RV dealership in Ohio teaching a camper college, showing women how to get out there in RV. And the RV dealer came over after the talk and said, "What the heck? You need a Rhino Extreme hose. You can run over it, nothing ever goes wrong to it. It's got all these little ribs in it." I'm here with my new hideout and I'm getting all new equipment, so don't be alarmed that I'm touching this. It's brand new, it's never been used before. Some of the benefits of this thing for me are the way it attaches. If you look at RV sewer hoses, some of them only have 2 places in which they hook, or maybe they hook in 4 places, but they only have 2 pegs on the outside. When you go to remove this, your hand may not reach at that spot. So there are 4 ways in which you can get some leverage on this to snap it on and off. And I really appreciate that extra design element on this. The first thing I do after putting my gloves on is I come over. Now, obviously my gray tank and my black tank push, the pins are in, no water or anything is coming out. I'm very careful with draining, so this should come off right here. There we go, and I'm gonna snap this on. You didn't hear it, but I heard it.
Click.
Part of the design on this is you hear that click. You know it is on, it's in place, and it's not going to come off. When I pick up the other end of my hose, there is the corner attachment. Now this is what is going to go into the sewer drain. Now at this campground, each site has their own sewer, so I don't have to dump this at a dump station when I leave. It's going to be plugged in the whole time I'm here, but I am not going to leave my sewer tank open. I am going to keep it closed. I let it build up. I'm going to drain it first, and then I'm going to open my gray tank to wash this hose out. So do not leave your black tank open just because you are hooked up. So I'm going to look for that click again. I heard it. That is not coming off. Now this is a 15-foot hose. The Extreme Rhino has an attachment. You can add another 5 feet to this. As it turns out today, I'm really close by, so I actually could just use the 5-foot in this case. If this were down the hill away from me and I had to cover some distance, then I would use this fantastic gadget. As you can see, this is called a sidewinder. I love the way this gets packed up. This comes off. I would set this up going down the hill and lay my hose in it, so I create a chute that's going down and there's no kinks in it or something that would stop its flow. It also is just nice to keep it off the ground if it was rainy or muddy or whatever. I can run that down to the bottom, set it in there. Now, when this is set into my sewer receptacle, it would just sit in there, as all of us know. How many of you have been at the campground where you have run around looking for some heavy rock to put on top of this? Because if you're camping alone, as I often am, you put this in your sewer receptacle and then you come back and you pull your black tank lever and it pops off. Nobody wants that to happen, and we often run around looking for some big heavy rock to sit on that. So Camco has made this super cute plastic RV. It is a sewer weight to go on top of your hose. When you get to the campground, you open this up and you fill it with water, and it's heavy enough to keep that from popping off. This little attractive white stripe is actually glow in the dark, so you're not going to trip over this in the middle of the night. A little cute thing that the girl campers do with these is they spray paint them and decorate them to look like they're big campers. So this is a fun art project as well as a really clever thing to keep your sewer hose from popping off. The Rhino Extreme, the best sewer hose in my opinion I have ever owned. I thank our friends at North Trail RV for giving this to me a long time ago when I started out. When you pop this in, don't pull out your black tank. Just leave it until you're ready. When it shows full, drain it all at one time. Put your gloves on and have fun at the campground.
Camco.net.